Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Take 10 Tuesday. So Take 10 Tuesday is a series where I take 10 of something and scrapbook it with it all on one page. Now you might be thinking it's 10 guide maps because I sure do have a whole heck of a lot of them, but it is not. Now this is also going to be, it's never too late to scrapbook. This is from a 2014 trip, a little solo trip that I went to. And never even scrapbooked it. So I'm getting that done. I want to have it quick and easy, done in one little album and be done with it. So we're going to do the maps. The 10 things I'm going to use are tags. So I have this sheet of Simple Stories paper from Safe Travels, which was a line from 2021. It has plain tags with decorative tops on the one side and then full on decorative patterned tags on the other. So I'm going to use 10 of them. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, so I'm starting off with a sheet of white cardstock. And what that's going to do is give me a good base for my page, because since it is a pocket page, what I want to do is make sure that it is contained. And I kind of feel like sometimes when I make pocket pages, if I don't have that border around at least the top where the open part of the pocket is, it just feels like, whew, things are going to go off into the ether. And I don't want that in my life. So I have already pre-cut the tags out of the tag paper, meaning that I just cut them out roughly. I did not cut down the little tag swoopy parts, so I'm doing that now. And there are going to be some of the tags that I am going to fussy cut pieces out of, but I felt like if I used that fussy cut piece and I needed a topper of a tag, I needed to use the same one, because if I only used the map out of that one and didn't use the topper from it, then I could have used 11 tags. And holy Moses, guys, this is not Take 11 Tuesday, this is Take 10 Tuesday. So I had to make sure that I was only using 10 tags total. So what I am doing is I'm going to have this white strip, and this white strip is going to be what kind of differentiates the bottom part with the yellow and the top part with the geotags on it. And that is going to be kind of like the bar where the maps will tuck in behind. Now, sometimes when I do pocket pages like this, I do take page protectors and either use my fuse tool and make pockets or pre-made pockets that I just adhere them underneath of what would be the paper pocket. In this case, I'm not doing that because I have so many park maps that are going in this pocket page. I'm not worried about it. Normally I'll do that if I only have like 2 or 3 park maps, and then that way you'll see them. But in this case, there's so many of them, I'm not worried about if you can see them all. There's just a lot of maps this time. So I am using my tags as the kind of decorative bit on here. And then I decide that I am going to also fussy cut out the globe. Now, you might be thinking, this is a little bit weird, Sandy. You're using a map, you're using a globe, you've got geotags, and you're not really traveling. But to me, this makes perfect sense. So it fits in with my kind of park map theme and like where you're going, how you get there. To me, it makes sense in my head. If it doesn't to you, then this is not the kind of theme that you would use for a pocket page for park maps, right? Remember, it is all about what works for you, because these are your scrapbooks. You don't have to answer to anybody. You don't have to answer to me. You don't have to answer to any other YouTuber. You don't have to answer to your friends. Basically, you do what you want and what makes sense to you, and you make it happen. So I figured that there would be a decorative bit over here next to the tag and the globe, and that is what I have done here. So it is going to be a white outlined piece. I figure I have enough of like kind of like a white accent color that if I outline it, it will make sense. So I cut apart this dictionary paper. It's a 6x6 paper. I'm not exactly sure where it came from. but I decide to use it there. I'm going to pop up my map on some foam, and then I decide to pop up the tag and the globe as well on the pop foam. And what that's going to do is give me a little bit of texture and dimension on this layout. I don't want a whole heck of a lot because, like I said, there's a lot of maps going on this layout. So I'm not too concerned about that. I just don't want it to feel too boring. Now, I debated in my head whether or not I was going to tie bows for all of these tags because, you know, I cannot abide a naked tag hole. It gives me heart palpitations, like seriously. So I'm thinking about this in my head while I'm trying to figure out my title. Now, I was just going to go with maps. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to add the date too, because a lot of the times what happens is I use up all the good letters in my thickers and I still have a ton of numbers. And it's like, what the heck am I going to do with all of these numbers? And there's only so many, like, a whole bunch of numbers thrown on a page layout so you can do before it gets boring or tedious or anything like that. So I decided to mix up between the lighter pink, the darker pink, and the yellow out of that collection. So it says 2014 maps. Don't worry your pretty little heads. I am going to add some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. That way it'll make sure my thickers stay stuck down to the page. So for my tag holes, I decided I was not going to tie up a ton of little bows. I decided what I was going to do was use some brads, and then I wouldn't have naked tag holes anymore. So most of the brads do have brad tines, so I'm going to use this awesome brad tool thing that my friend Sharon gave me, and I am going to just poke those through so that the brad tines go through the tags. And I'm also going to put washi tape on the back of the brad tines, not because I'm worried about pages slipping in and out and, you know, like I would normally on the full back of a piece of paper, but I really don't want my park maps being damaged by the brad tines. So putting the washi tape on those brad tines is going to protect them. Now, 2 of the brads were adhesive brads, or you know, brads without tines. They're really not brads at all, but I did add some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive to that as well because I didn't want them popping off and falling down. So now that I have got all the brads through, and I did make sure not to use a brad color that was the same as kind of like that tag hole protector that was pre-printed on there. And then this is where I am putting down the washi tape because, like I said, I don't want my maps getting destroyed from my brad tines. So I also add a little bit extra adhesive on the sides. And then here we go, getting those thickers adhered down because thickers don't stay stuck. Thickers are supposed to be like a thick sticker, right? Well, they're like a thick sticker on part of the timer, but I guess that's too much of a mouthful to say. So yeah, now I'm going to slide in all of the park maps, and that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you decide to take the Take 10 challenge for tags, make sure you join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. There is an album in there that you can place your layout in. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.